Hi, hello, it's Christian, and a certain pink hedgehog has been the talk of the town on Sonic Twitter, and whether or not she'll be joining our boys in the Sonic Cinematic Universe. I have a lot of thoughts on the matter, so I decided to make a kind of sit down and draw kind of video. You can put this on while you're working, taking a nap, whatever you want. I think it really all started back when movie 2 came out, because Pat Casey and Josh Miller, the writers of these movies, they did like a Q&A at this community college, and in that community college Q&A, some kid or somebody walked up to them and said something along the lines of, like, is Amy out there looking for Sonic? And obviously they couldn't answer such a ridiculous request, like, for an answer, but they did hint to say that, they can't confirm anything, obviously, but they did say that, things are in the works. And I feel like after release of movie 2, there was an era of like, if we do another one of these things, obviously Shadow will be a focus, but we really want to see female representation like Amy and Rouge, these characters. And it made sense, because the last movie added 2 new characters, so it just made sense that, Sonic Movie 3 add 3 more new characters. And it makes sense because, we're doing an SA2 movie and we want a lot of elements from that game brought to the screen. Amy and Rouge play a big part into this. But going back to more the Amy side, things really start to be a mystery where when 3 was being filmed, it was super behind closed doors, because I remember 2 being like filmed because they're outside, the scene with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles at the end on the street, and the standees were like everywhere. We saw them outside and they were filming their standees, and it obviously leaked Knuckles' design, right? With Sonic Movie 3, it's been really closed doors. Aside from some leaks here and there, it was filmed behind like this studio basically, along with the Knuckles show. So it's super unclear on what's or who's in the movie aside from it being Shadow. And I feel like it started to drum up this debate as soon as we learned of this, or were kept in the dark, because it went to a point where it's like throughout the whole filming of the movie happened, and we had no leaks of Amy or Rouge. We saw no standees. They're being super hush-hush about this. So you can tell that they're obviously hiding things, and there's secrets and surprises they want to, put in the movie so people can see and be surprised by. It kind of started a dialogue between Sonic fans and how marketable characters can be and when or where they can be placed in these films, because I've been seeing a lot of discourse over stuff like, before that with the movie 2 post-credit scene, who's more marketable, Shadow or Metal Sonic, It was a whole debate, between people who thought that Metal Sonic would be more marketable or Shadow, and it ended up obviously being Shadow. Now it's a situation where is Amy herself marketable to be in a movie, because we're not seeing a lot for her right now, or if she's even included, but we're not seeing anyone necessarily saying she's not in there. We have just as much evidence to back it as we don't, because we see people like Toby Asher and Jeff Fowler, describing the film as being really huge, having a lot of elements from SA2 being brought into the plot, and having a bunch of surprises being SA2 the movie and taking a lot from it. So it would be a little confusing if, say, they take a lot of elements from SA2, not just like aside from like set pieces, City Escape, along the lines of that, Space Colony Arc, a lot of stages and set pieces from that game. It'd be weird if you went to all that effort just to make it movie like the game, that they would just not include characters like Rouge and Amy. But Amy specifically here, I feel like over the past few days has been causing a lot of discourse over this, because I feel like the last thing we heard about Amy, or maybe her involvement being in here, was like essentially James Marsden saying in an interview for Another Thing, he's excited for all the fans to see the new characters. And that sparked hope, I guess, because it was like, what did he mean by all these new characters? Did he mean human characters or Sonic characters? Because that's a big difference. But some people can think, well, he's talking about humans, because like, whatever. But he said fans, and they're really aware of Sonic fans now. I feel as if he's referencing that there are other Sonic characters in the movie. I think he said fans, right? Like, he knows, like, Sonic fans, we don't care about the humans, or maybe he does. I mean, he is a human himself, or he plays one in the movies, Tom the Cop. But I feel like how he said it was in a way where it's like, I believe that he's referencing to CGI characters in a sense. And then again, we don't even know who might be playing Amy in this movie. you know? I mean, there are some guesses. I remember that there was like a cast announcement of characters they were playing. Some of them are going to be live action. Some of them was going to be, they have non-confirmed roles. We know people like Christian Ritter is playing someone live action now. So that's a new human character. There was another female in the cast aside from like the Alea Brownie who's playing Maria in the movie. There was a whole thing about how many of these people are playing characters and how many are playing humans. And I think that other woman whose name I forgot, she did voiceover. And I think, she could be a candidate. Now, I'm not saying someone who's been live action here and also done voiceover means they're doing a voiceover character. That's just like unrealistic. I feel like they're hiding whoever's playing Amy or anybody else who's voicing a character in the movie. Because there's no way in that announcement Shadow was in that cast announcement. There's the Keanu Reeves things going around. I feel as if they're waiting for a trailer of some sorts. Maybe at Summer Games Fest, because Jeff Keighley always be, feeding us the Sonic content. I feel as if that's where they're going to announce something. They want it to be a grand reveal because they know that it's tension and keeping people on their toes about the whole thing. I don't think we're going to get a Idris Elba tweet, like a knock situation. I think they're waiting for a trailer because this is not necessarily, they kind of did that with movie 2 where there was a poster out, it showed Tails on the poster, but then like the week afterwards it was like, come to the Game Awards, we're going to show new content. And they did, but in the trailer on that poster they didn't show Knuckles. So Knuckles was kind of built up to be like a reveal, for the trailer. Like that's the last part of that big trailer, along with Sonic Frontiers. That's what they were trying to do there. I feel like for movie 3, they're not only going like to do something with Shadow. If Amy and Rouge are in the movie, I feel as if they're going to do something akin to that where maybe midway through they'll like reveal that she's in there, and then fans will lose their mind out in happiness. Yeah, I basically am on the side of Amy should be in the movie. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers and hopefully 1,000 subscribers before Sonic Movie 3 comes out. New videos every week, and have a nice day.